Hello dear students, I welcome you all to the online classes of Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School. Today we are going to start a new physics chapter. Name of the chapter is Fun with Magnets. It's chapter number 13, class 6 NCERT. Okay. So in this chapter, as the name suggests, we are going to talk about magnet and the magnetic powers, magnetic force. Okay, and all the different properties of magnet, how magnet behave. Okay. So let us study the chapter. Paheli and Bujo went to a place where a lot of waste material was piled up into huge heaps. Okay, something exciting was happening. A crane was moving toward the heap of the junk, and the long hand of the crane lowered a block over the heap. It then began to move. How does this happen? We know that there is no term like magic. Everything is science. So let us see what science lies behind this thing. It then began to move. Guess what? Many pieces of iron junk were sticking to the block as it moves away. You can see that. Okay. How does this thing is happening? So answer lies in the magnet. Okay. Magnet attack iron and few more type of metals toward it. It is the first property of the magnet. Okay. So very first property of the magnet is magnet attract all the iron and the related metals towards it. Okay, so all the things which are made up of iron in that heap of the junk, they all got attracted towards this hand of the crane, because hand of the crane is made up of magnet. Okay, so sticking to the holder. In some pencil boxes, the lid fit tightly when we close it without even locking arrangement. How does this thing happen? Again, with the help of a magnet. Such stickers, pin holder and pencil boxes have magnet fitted inside it. If you have any of these items, try to locate the magnet hidden inside it. Even the door of the refrigerator, you know that it stick to that other side of this refrigerator, and it close tightly. How does this thing happen? Because of the presence of the magnet. Okay, so all these things contain magnet inside it. Okay, so how magnets were discovered? There is a story behind this. Let us study this story. It is said that there was a shepherd named Magnus who lived in ancient Greece. We know that all the history of science lies in Greece only. Okay, he used to take his herd of sheep and goat to the many nearby mountain for grazing. He would take a stick with him to control his herd. Okay, the stick had a small piece of iron attached to one end. Okay, so he is having one stick, and on one side of that stick, that side is having iron metal. Okay, one fine day he was surprised to find that he had to pull hard to free his stick from a rock. His stick got attached to one rock, and it is very difficult for him to detach it from that rock. Okay, mountainside. It seemed as if stick was being attracted by the rock. The rock was natural magnet, and it is attracted the iron tip of the shepherd stick. It is said that this is how natural magnets were discovered. Okay, such rock were given the name magnetite because of the name of that shepherd, Magnus, perhaps after the name of the shepherd. Magnetite contain iron. Now we know that iron have magnetic properties. Okay, magnets contain iron. Some people believe that magnetite was first discovered at the place called Magnesia. So many stories lies behind this discovery of magnet. No one know which story holds truth and which do not. The substance having property of attracting iron are now known as magnets. So by the definition of the magnet, the substance which have property of attracting the iron, and some few more metals are also there which can be attracted by magnets. Okay, this is how the story goes. In any case, people now have discovered that certain rocks have the property of attracting piece of iron. They also found out that small pieces of this rock have special properties. Okay, They name this naturally occurring material as magnet. So these naturally occurring materials are nothing but your magnet. Later on, the process of making magnet from piece of iron was discovered. These are known as artificial magnets. So when we make this magnet artificially, it is artificial magnet, and when it occurs naturally, it is natural magnet. So we have divided the magnet into two categories. First one is natural magnet, second one is artificial magnet. Nowadays artificial magnets are very common. Okay, it is prepared because we can prepare this artificial magnet by different means, so we can give it shape. So many shapes are visible in this diagram also. Okay, for example, bar magnets is there, horseshoe, this shape is horseshoe shape, magnet, cylindrical, ball ended magnet, so many shapes are available nowadays. Okay, now let us study this activity 1. Take a plastic or a paper cup, fix on a stand with the help of a clamp as shown in figure 13.5. You have to fix this glass in this stand with the help of a clamp. Okay, place magnet inside this cup and cover it with a paper so that magnet is not visible. Attach a thread to the clip made up of iron. Fix the other end of the thread at the base of the strand like this. Okay, like this you have to make. Mind you, trick involved here is to keep the length of the thread sufficiently short. You have to keep the length of this thread short. That only then this trick will work. Bring the clip near the base of the cup like this. The clip is raised in air without support like a kite. What is happening here? This is nothing but magnet, because magnet is present inside this glass. So this is not a trick, basically this is science. Okay. Now, sir, एक बार pause कर दो. Okay, this is not trick, this is science. Let's move forward toward the very first topic of this chapter. It is magnetic and non-magnetic material. As the name suggests, now we can divide the material into two categories. First one is magnetic material and second one is non-magnetic materials. Okay. So non-magnetic materials are the material which are not having magnetic property by the definition. So activity number 2, let us walk in the footstep of the magnets. Only this time we will change the position of magnet and iron. There will be a magnet at the end of our shepherd's stick. Now imagine that shepherd's stick. On one end of that shepherd's stick, he is having the that iron. Now we can attach a small magnet to the hockey stick, walking stick, cricket wicket with a tape or some glue. Let us now go out on magnets, walk through the school playground. What does this magnet stick pick up? Of course, it will pick up all the things made up of magnet. Okay. What about the object in the classroom? In your classroom also it will pick up the object which is made up of magnet. Collect various objects of day-to-day use from your surrounding. Test this with the help of your magnet stick whether they are made up of iron or magnet. Okay. You can also take magnet, touch this object with it and observe which objects stick to the magnet. Okay. Prepare a table in your notebook as shown in 13.1 and like this, and record your observation. You just have to test whether this particular object is made up of metal, particularly iron or related metal, or it is made up of magnet itself. Look at the last column of table 13.1. Your last box will suggest you whether your that material is attracted by magnet stick or not. You just have to write yes or no in that column. Okay. Now make a list of a material from which these objects are made. Is there any material common in all these objects that were attracted by the magnet? Yes, there is one thing common. These all are made up of iron. Okay, so this is the first property. We understand that magnet attracts certain material only, whereas some do not get attracted towards the magnet. The material which get attracted towards the magnet are known as magnetic material, such as iron, nickel and cobalt. These three metals attracted towards the magnet. Not just iron, nickel and cobalt also show magnetic properties. Okay. Material which are not attracted towards the magnet are obviously non-magnetic material. Okay, so your paper, wood, plastic, all these materials are non-magnetic material. Now Bojo has this question for you. Tailor was stitching button on his shirt. Needle has slipped from his hand on the floor. Can you help the tailor? Yes, tailor can use iron bar, okay, magnet bar to search his needle. Okay, we should always apply science in our daily life. Now activity number 3, rub a magnet in the sand or the soil. Pull out the magnet. Are there some particles of the soil and the sand sticking to the magnet? Of course, there are few small particles which are not visible to the naked eyes, but they are present in the sand and it will get attracted to this magnet bar. Okay, now gently shake the magnet to remove particle of sand and soil. Okay, now you will see few particles are there which are sticking to this magnet, and these are nothing but magnetic particles. Okay, these might be small piece of iron known as iron fillings. Okay, through such an activity we can find out whether the soil or the sand from the given place contain particles that have iron. Try this activity near your home, school and places you will visit on your holiday. Does the magnet with the iron fillings attached to it? If it will, then we can say that it is magnetic. Okay, if not, then it is non-magnetic. Okay, it will look like this. Now you have to tell the location, and you have to tell whether that sand of that particular location is having iron fillings or not. If you fill this table and send it to Paheli and Bojo, they will compare the amount of iron filling around this found in the soil of that particular region. They can share this information with you. Okay, poles of magnet. Now next topic of this chapter is poles of magnet. We observe that iron filling, if they present, stick to the magnet rubbed in the soil. Did you observe anything special? Yes, one particular thing is very special. If you observe this diagram carefully, whenever you try to use magnet, the magnetic substances tend to attach towards the poles only, towards the end of this magnet, not the center. So we can establish second property of the magnet, that is the magnetic power of the magnet lies in the poles only, not in the middle section of the magnet. Okay, magnetic property of any magnet lies in the poles and it is the weakest in the center of the magnet. It is the second property of the magnet. Okay, for that let us study this activity 4. Spread some iron filling on a sheet of the paper. Now place a bar magnet on this sheet. What do you observe? Do the iron filling stick all over the magnet? No. Do you observe that more iron fillings get attached to some part of the magnet as compared to other parts? Yes. Remove the iron filling sticking to the magnet and repeat this activity for several times. Do you observe any change in the pattern with which iron fillings get attached by the different part of the magnet? You can do this activity using pins, iron nails, in the place of iron fillings. Also do with magnet of different shape. Every time you will observe that all these magnetic materials will be attaching to the poles more than the center of the magnet. Draw diagram to show the way in a way which the iron filling stick to the magnet. Is your drawing similar to shown in 13.6? You have to observe. Okay, this is the 13.6 diagram. You have to observe whether this kind of thing you are getting or not. Okay, now you will find that most of the iron fillings are attached toward the ends. Ends are known as poles of the magnet. Okay, bar magnet. These ends are known as poles. Try to bring few magnet of different shape in your classroom. Check for the location of the poles on this magnet using iron fillings. Can you now mark the location of poles in the kind of magnet shown in 13.4? Yes, you can easily. Okay. Now Paheli has the puzzle for you. You are given two identical bars which look as if they might be made up of iron. One of them is a magnet while other one is simple iron bar. How will you find out which one is magnet? Magnet will attract toward iron, but iron will not attract towards iron. Iron will be attracted towards magnet only. Okay, so this is how we can differentiate between magnet and iron piece. Okay, you will bring that both of that pieces towards another iron piece. If it will attach to that iron piece, then we can say that it is made up of magnet. Now finding direction, we can use magnet for finding directions also. How? Let us study. Magnet were known to the people from the ancient time. Many property of the magnet were also known to them. You might have read about interesting stories about uses of magnet, okay. One such story is about emperor in China named Huang Tai. It is said that he has a chariot with a statue of lady that could rotate in all the direction, in any direction. It had an extended arm as if it was showing the way, okay. This statue had an interesting property. It would rest in a position that will extend, always pointed towards the south. So this was the property of that statue, that whenever it is at rest, it always point toward the south. By looking at the extended arm of the statue, the emperor was able to locate direction when he went out to new place in his chariot, okay. This is the statue, and it used to always point toward the south direction. How does it happen? Let us make such direction finder for ourselves. We can make it easily. Take a bar magnet, put a mark on of its side for identification. You have to put it by yourself. Now tie a thread in the middle of the magnet so that you may suspend it from a wooden stand, like figure 13.9. You have to suspend that magnet bar with the help of a clamp and a stand using thread, okay. Now make sure that magnet can rotate freely. First of all, let it come to the rest. Mark 2 points on the ground to show position of the end of the magnet when it come to the rest, and draw a diagram for the same. Draw the line joining the poles. This line show the direction in which the magnet was pointed in the position of the rest, okay. Now rotate the magnet by gently pushing one end in any direction and let it come to the rest. Again mark the position of two ends in the position at the rest. Does the magnet now point in a different direction? Now rotate the magnet in other direction and note down the final direction in which it come to the rest. It will be interesting for you to know that, find out that magnet always come to the rest in the same direction. Now can you guess the mystery behind the statue of that emperor's chariot? Yes, that statue is having piece of magnet in it, okay. That's why it always rests in south direction. Repeat this activity with the iron bar and plastic of a wooden scale instead of magnet. Do not use light object for this activity as they will break in this activity, okay. You can use all the hard material for this activity. We find out a freely suspended bar magnet always come to the rest in a particular direction, and that direction is a north direction. Whenever you suspend any magnet freely, when it come to the rest, it always point toward north direction, okay. It's another property of your magnet. Now use the direction of the rising sun in the morning to find out the rough direction toward the east. When you know the west direction, you can always tell which direction is your east direction where you are doing this experiment. If you are facing east, to your left will be north, okay. If you are facing east, then your left will be north. Using the sun for the finding direction may not be very exact, but it will give you rough idea of south and north direction, okay. Using this, you can figure out which end of the magnet is pointing to the north and which end is pointing to the south. Now you can freely suspend that magnet and you can observe whether it is always resting in north direction or not, okay. The end of the magnet that points toward the north is known as north seeking pole and simply north pole. Thus, the end of the magnet which point toward north direction is known as north pole, and vice versa. That means its other end will be south pole. The other end will be south pole or south seeking pole. All magnets have these two poles, south pole and a north pole. Even if you break that magnet to the smallest piece, that smallest piece is also having that north pole and south pole, okay. We simply write it N and S okay, for the abbreviation. This property of magnet is very useful for us. For centuries, travelers have been making use of this property of magnet to find out the direction, because whenever they are having that particular that magnet, and whenever they suspend that magnet freely, it will rest to the north direction, and with the help of that north direction, traveler used to find out all other direction, okay. It is said that in olden days, traveler used to find direction, same thing, by suspending natural magnet in a thread, okay, which they always carry with them. Later on, device was developed based on this property of magnet. It is now known as compass, okay. Now we are using this compass to find out the direction, but it uses the same property of magnet, in which the magnet rests in north direction. Compass is usually a small box of a glass cover on it, okay. Magnetized needle is pivoted. This is a magnetized needle which is pivoted, okay, and when we freely suspend that compass, the needle will point toward north direction, okay, which can rotate freely. Compass also have a dial nowadays which can tell us time also, okay, but basic thing of the basic use of this compass is to find direction only, okay. The compass is kept in a place where we wish to know the direction. The needle indicate north-south direction, obviously. By that direction we can find out east and west also. The compass is rotated until north and south mark on the dial are at the two end of the needle, okay. Very easy to identify the north pole of the magnet needle. It is usually painted in a different color, as you can see in this diagram also. It is usually, okay, it's not visible because it is a black and white diagram. We usually paint it with a red color, okay. The north pole is painted with a red or a blue color sometimes, but generally with a red color, okay. Now make your own magnet. We can make our own magnet also. Obviously we need magnetized material for that, for example either nickel, cobalt or iron, okay. There are several methods of making magnet. Let us learn the simplest one. Take a rectangular piece of iron, okay, place it on a table like this, place it on a table like this. Now then what you have to do, now take a bar magnet and place one of its pole near to the edge of that bar of iron. Without lifting the bar magnet, move it along the length of the iron bar till you reach other end. You have to move it like this, like if this is an iron bar, you have to place your magnet and you don't have to lift it, you just have to you just have to move your bar magnet like this in a particular direction, okay. Then what for 30 to 40 times you have to do this thing, okay. Move the magnet again along the iron bar in the same direction. You don't have to change your direction, okay. Bring the pin or some iron filling near this iron bar and check whether it is magnetized or not. If not, then you have to continue this process for several times. Then you will reach a time in which it will start attracting other iron fillings. Now you can say that that particular iron piece has been magnetized, okay. Remember that pole of the magnet and the direction of the movement should not change. If you change the pole or the direction, what will happen? The piece of the that iron will not magnetize. You can also use iron nail for that, needle or a blade, okay, to convert them into magnet. Now you know you can make all the magnetic material into magnet, and this that process is known as magnetization. In your higher class you will be studying that you can do this process with the help of electricity also, and the piece of magnet which is formed in the presence of electricity, they are known as electromagnet, and we use those electromagnet in our ringing bell also, home bell which you use, and many more devices including your mobile phones also, okay. You now know how to make a magnet. Would you like to make your own compass? You can make your own compass also. For that you need magnetized an iron needle, as we did just now using bar magnet. Now insert that magnetized needle through a piece of a cork on a foam. Let the cork float in a water like this. Okay, this diagram is not there. You just have to take one iron bar, magnetize it, okay, place it on a cork, let the cork float in a water. Because that cork is having magnetized iron bar that will indicate the north and south direction, and it can be used as a compass. Okay, make sure that needle do not touch the water, otherwise it will lose its magnetic property. The compass is now ready to work. Make note of the direction in which the needle points when the cork is floating freely. Rotate the cork with your hand, and when it will be at rest position, it will show you the north direction. Okay. Now the next property of the magnet, it is attraction and repulsion between the magnets itself. Let us play another interesting game with a magnet. Take two toys car A and B. Place a bar magnet on top of each car along its length and fix them with a rubber band. Okay, with the help of rubber band, fix a magnet over these cars. Okay, one car is A, another one is B. If car A keep in a south pole of the magnet towards its front, place the magnet in the opposite direction in car B. In car A, place the magnet as north pole and south pole, and here you have to place it in a opposite position, south pole and north pole. Okay, now place these two cars close to one another. What will you observe? Does this car remain at their place? Does this car run away from each other? We have to observe this. Do they move toward each other and collide? Okay, record your observation. Now place the toy car close to each other in such a way that rear side of car A faces front side of car B, like this. Okay. Now do they move as before? Note the direction in which the car is moving now. Next, place the car behind B. Note the direction in which they move now. Repeat this activity by placing car with their rear side facing each other. Okay, record your observation. What do you find from this activity? Do the similar pole attract or repel each other? In the first activity, this is north pole, this is south, and it is reversed. So it is having south pole and it is north pole. This time this car will move towards each other and they will collide. What is the conclusion of this activity? It shows that same pole of the magnet repel each other, but opposite pole of the magnet attract each other. This is the property of magnet which state that same pole. What are the same pole? North pole, north pole, south pole, south pole. These are the same poles. They will attract each other. But opposite pole, what is the opposite pole? North pole and south pole, or south pole and north pole. They will attract each other. Okay. Now, this property of magnet can also be observed by suspending magnet and bringing one by one the poles of another magnet near it. You have to suspend one magnet and you have to bring, firstly you have to bring one magnet which is having north pole. If it will attract, if that suspended magnet will be attracted towards this magnet, we can say that the suspending magnet is having south pole ahead of it, and if it will repel, we can say that it is the north pole which is pointing towards north pole of this another magnet, because same pole will repel and opposite pole will attract. Okay. Now few questions which you have to take while you are handling these magnets. Let us study what are these. You should never burn your magnet or hammer your magnet or drop your magnet. What will happen if you do such activity? Magnet will lose its property, and this is known as demagnetization. So what is demagnetization? Losing of magnetic property of a magnet by hammering, by burning or lightning, or dropping of the magnet. Okay. Magnet lose their property if they are heated, hammered or dropped from some height. Also magnet become weak if they are not stored properly. You have to store those magnets properly. How to store them? To keep them safe, bar magnet should be kept in pair. First of all, always keep your bar magnet in pairs. Okay. With the unlike pole on the same side. Never place your magnets like north pole and north pole. You should always place your bar magnet as north pole with the south pole. Always place magnet in a pair with unlike pole facing each other. They must be separated by piece of wood. Okay. Always place a piece of wood between them. while two pieces of the soft iron should be placed across the end like this. You have to store, you have to use a piece of wood between this magnet so that they will not lose their property. Okay. Now for horseshoe magnet, one should keep a piece of iron across the poles like this. Another thing, keep magnet away from cassette, mobiles, television, mobile system, music system, CDs and computer. In this way also what will happen, the device will also get damaged, and in same way your magnet will be demagnetized. Okay. So basically this chapter is over. Let us do the NCERT question. First one is artificial magnet made in different shapes such as horseshoe, cylindrical, bar magnet. Okay. Material which are attracted towards the magnet are magnetic material. Paper is not a magnetic material. Okay. In olden days, sailor used to find direction by suspending a piece of iron, sorry, a piece of magnet. Okay. Magnet is always have two poles. Magnet always has two poles. Okay. True, false. Next, cylindrical magnet have only one pole. No, magnet is always having two poles, no matter how small your magnet is. Artificial magnet were discovered in Greece? No, China. Similar pole of magnet repel each other? Yes. Maximum iron filling stick to the middle of the bar magnet? No, it will stick to the ends which are poles. Okay. Bar magnets always point towards north-south direction? Yes, when freely suspended. Rubber is a magnetic material? False. Okay. Now third question, it was observed that pencil sharpener get attracted by both poles of magnet through, although its body is made up of plastic, but the sharpener is made with the iron thing, that's why it got attracted. Okay. Now column 1 and 2 you just have to fill it by that observing columns, you have to fill them. So north pole and north pole will show repulsion, north pole and south pole will show attraction, south pole north pole will show attraction again, south pole and south pole will show repulsion. What are the two property of magnet? We have studied more than two property. You can write down any of the property. Magnet is having two poles. When freely suspend, magnet always rest in north-south direction. Okay. All these properties, or the maximum magnetic power of the magnet lies in the poles instead of the middle portion. You can write any of this property. Where are the poles of the bar magnet located? At the end of the bar magnet. Bar magnet has no marking to indicate its pole. How would you find out which end is north pole? You can just freely suspend it, and when it come to the rest, it will show the north direction. That's how you can find the north pole of that magnet. You are given iron strip. How will you make it into magnet? We have studied this experiment. You can refer to the previous part. How is compass used to find direction? Because compass needle is made up of magnet, and one end of that compass needle is marked as north direction. So when we freely suspend that compass, it will always rest in a north-south direction. Magnet was brought from different direction toward a toy boat that has been floating in a water in a tub. A fact observed in each case is stated in the column 1. Possible reason for that observation effect are mentioned in column 2. Match this statement given in this question. Boat get attracted towards the magnet. Okay, so we can say that boat is made up of iron. Boat is not affected by the magnet. Boat is made up of wooden or some other material which is non-magnetic. Boat moves towards the magnet. If the north pole of the magnet is brought near, we can say that the front portion of the boat is made up of that south direction. It is showing the south direction of the magnet. Boat moves away from the magnet when north pole is brought, then now it is showing the it is moving away, so we can say that the front portion is showing north pole only. That's why same pole repel each other. Both float without changing in the direction, so we can say that that boat is made up of magnetic material. Okay, so that's all for this chapter, student. We will meet in our next chapter. Thank you for now.